how to install the STARLANCE mod in Minecraft. This new mod that adds tons of space features. I'll show you how to get it, and it's not the easiest process. I'll leave the STARLANCE link in the description. What we need to do is, as you can see, this mod requires compatibility with Cosmic Horizons and Valkyrien Sky. In other words, grab these two mods because you'll need them. Now, if we go to the Files section and click on Mod Loader, then Forge, we'll see all versions. Currently, it's only for 20.1 and 4. If it's available for other platforms in the future, you can choose. I'll be using version 1.9. What we'll do next is save it in the folder %appdata%. Go to .minecraft, and there you'll find a folder called mod. If the mods folder doesn't exist, right click, select new, then folder, and name it mod. This is where we'll store our mod. Now let's open Modric. The links are outdated, so let's search for Cosmic Horizon. Here's the Forge version with 14,000 downloads. Go to Files, Mod Loader, Forge. Same process. Latest version 3. Get file and save it in the mods folder. Modrinth's acting up, so search for Valkyrie with a Y. It's Valkyrie Skies for Forge and Fabric. This mod's more popular. Go to Files, Forge, then all versions for 20. Get this version. You might think we're done, but let me show you. We have these three, but we're missing Eureka, a mod that Valkyrie needs. Search for Eureka. I won't overwhelm you with too many links. I'll show you what's happening with mod. The page might be down. That's possible too. Let's see. Eureka. All right, here we have it. Eureka ship. For Valkyrie Skies, we'll go to Files, Mod Loader, Forge, all versions for 20.1 for the version we've chosen. Then we'll get the coder link for Forge, spelled like this. Coder link for Forge, also available on Curse Forge. So we go to Files, then Mod Loader, select Forge all versions. We go to 20.1. We click the three buttons and hit Get File. Once again, we save it in the same folder. If we enter Minecraft, press E in Creative Inventory, see all these options, we've done it right. How do the different STARLANCE thrusters work? It's important to note we have 3 distinct thrusters and a dragon juicer. The dragon juicer does the opposite. It sucks in rather than expels. Though I'm not sure if this feature is useful, I haven't tried it. So how do they function? There are various models. The normal thruster expels combustion through its largest suction cup. There's also the air thruster and the powerful thruster. Obviously, the most powerful is the most powerful is the powerful thruster. Then there's the normal thruster with less thrust and the air thruster. To see it in action, we'll need to grab an oak ship from the Valkyria or from the Eureka somewhere around. So let's place this ship here. We'll grab some blocks, doesn't matter which one, just to create the base. And we're going to put a thruster here. This would provide the thrust. The thrust works with a lever. Let's do the same for different ships. These ships don't work at all. They're going to fly away. Now we'll crouch, right click the oak ship and hit assemble. We do the same with the other. Now these are ships. Not sure if they have hitboxes. F3+B. These are ships, see? They're individual ships. So I'll put a lever here. The lever applies instantly, as you can see. So the gentlest one is this. I'll activate it so you can see it moving slowly. Then the next gentlest is this, going a bit faster. And this one, as you see, has much more power. In fact, this one might keep spinning around. So this is just a simple way to apply it, but it shows you how it works. How do you turn a structure into a spaceship? For example, I have this casual structure here, which I definitely didn't spend a while making. How can we turn it into a ship in the STARLANCE mod? Well, first of all, I recommend one thing, which is to have the waltz mod. What was it called? Folded it, right? This way we can do what I'm about to do, which is basically copy a structure to avoid losing it, because we might use our ship and typically it flies off. We lose it and end up without a ship. Hilarious, right? So to prevent that, we select our area with the @ then do /copy. We copy it, paste it here, do /paste. There it is. We've copied the structure, see? Now we'll use this copied ship so we don't risk the original. So what I'm going to do is we must place this rudder no matter what. This steering wheel helps us move and turn a bit. Don't get too excited, it's not a sharp turn. But hey, this ship has forward thrusters, see? They push forward, making the ship move that way. These push upward, pointing up, moving the ship up. It's simple. Redstone activates this with a lever. We crouch, right click, assemble, sit, and activate. This turns our block set into a structure, important for takeoff, especially in recent versions. Press F3 to see the Y coordinate here. When Y nears 560, turn off all thrusters. Why? I'll show you. 500 deactivated, and now we're going to end up in space. Now you might ask, why do I need to disable it? Because as you can see, it lifts me off the seat. What if I wasn't in my seat and this kept running? Well, this would happen. I was lucky to sit down, but it's acting weird, trying to lower me, and our ship could get lost. That's why I recommend using World Edit, making backup voice. So let's see, how do you make your own ship? First off, I should tell you that you don't have to make a ship, alright? The mod itself adds it, which I can't find right now. Well, the Cosmos rather, add ships for us. These ships here, the steel space and so on. None of these have crafting recipes yet, okay? I'm not sure if they will in the future. I don't know, all right? The mod is still very new. It's amazing, but it's very new. We can manipulate these ships. We can rotate them. We can do this. They're super convenient, you know? But anyway, I have to tell you that they exist. If we want to get experimental and use the cool part of the mod, which would be the ship customization part, how can we make a ship? Let's see. First, understand that thrusters move the ship, okay? Of all the interesting objects, thrusters are what move the ship. The drag inducer, I'll be honest, I haven't used it at all, okay? I assume its purpose is basically opposite to the thruster. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I haven't seen any videos explaining it. I haven't used it, okay? You're good with the thruster. They don't have crafting recipes, okay? For now. Sorry about that. At least in J, no recipe shows up. Not sure if a crafting table... Pay attention, alright? Watch out, it might get a recipe and I'll check BW now. Well, it doesn't have a recipe, okay? I search for thruster and let's see if I search for air. No. It has no recipe. So these thrusters, some are more powerful, okay? And some are less powerful, okay? The thruster is the middle one. The air thruster is the weak, and the power thruster is the strong. If we want to move, it's really useful to use power thrusters, okay? I've used them a ton, as you can see. It's all I've put on this ship, which is the one I use. But let's say you want to switch things up a bit. I'll give you a couple of ideas, okay? I'll explain what I've done with this ship. Now, we're not building a ship from scratch. Besides these thrusters, we'll need a helm from the Eureka. Sorry, I meant Eureka, not Valkyria. This one does require crafting. Alright? This helm is what's going to bring our ship to life. Got it? If I crouch down and hit assemble, it puts everything together for me. You might ask, why isn't it activating? Because it needs a redstone signal. Either a redstone block or a lever. Well, that just made me look bad. There it is. See? Now this ship is going to take off. And in a spiral pattern, cool, right? Just to make it more exciting. Some interesting things. I used powerful thrusters because ultimately we get mobility from the ship itself. Okay, with this one, the controller gives us mobility already. But if you want to add mobility on the side, I suggest using air thrusters instead of powerful thrusters. You could use air thrusters for this, okay? I've seen some people doing it that way, or with regular thrusters. Got it? Now I'll explain what I've done here. Alright, I've used a sticky piston that pushes the slime with redstone blocks to activate it, okay? There it is. Then I've made another sticky piston doing the same thing. But these pistons push. These thrusters push down and these push forward. See? This way. If I take this structure now, crouch down, right click, hit assemble, sit down. It's a chair, and flip this lever. I'll start moving upward. You'll see I can move around. If I activate this one, I've put one here to go down. Got it? I just added a thruster to descend. Nothing too exciting. Very important. Use F. I'll say it again. If you reach an altitude of 560, it's crucial to deactivate the lever just before arriving. See? We're about to reach it. It's vital you deactivate it. 500, 500. There. It's done. Off. Okay, we're ascending. Now I'm back in my ship, seated, pulling up a bit. Watch as I use thrusters to rotate freely while spinning, so everything works perfect. No issues at all. If you see it pulling me up, that's why I put this thruster in front. I got it? To adjust position, though, it's not really necessary. You're out there doing a bit, well, using sulfur TNT from Cosmic Horizons, right? And for some reason, it doesn't activate there. Well, in Cosmic Horizons or STARLANCE, huh? And for some reason you place them and hey, you use fleeing steel, but this doesn't work, you know. They've sold you a bill of goods. Well, to use them, what you really need is this tool here, the Cosmic Horizons Titanium Parker, okay? It's made with a titanium ingot and an iron ingot. And basically there are two types of TNT. Sulfur TNT, you activate it and it pulls you down and explodes, making, or rather creating an underground hole, which is interesting. Then there's sulfur TNT, which you and theoretically sorry, I've picked the same TNT twice. The ashed sulfur TNT, okay? You activate it, and it's normal, okay? It just explodes, and that's it. Well, what you've seen are like arrows that make holes in opposite directions, okay? But anyway, it's just an explosion. Okay? Typical questions, do they have chain reaction? Well, if you activate them, yeah, okay? If you activate them, as you can see, they do have chain reaction. But if you put one next to another, you'll lose it, okay? You'll run out. How to move on different planets. For example, on the moon, you jump and lose mobility. Well, you can use the magnet boot. The magnet boots added by STARLANCE don't require crafting once again. What they allow you to do is simply jump and maintain, as we're seeing, your height. They keep you grounded without any issues or obstacles. Oh my goodness, when it comes to gravity. Still, for some reason, when I jump, jumping on blocks is fine, but jumping on top of certain blocks makes me jump higher, like gravity doesn't apply. I'll demonstrate so you can see if I jump here, see? Gravity doesn't apply if I fall in the air, which is interesting. It makes sense though, as their magnetic boots attracted to the ground material. On another note, we also have available from the cosmos these rovers, which I'll spawn right here. I'll get in to show you all its features. I love being able to demonstrate this so well. There it appears. As you can see, it simply has 5 hearts. Not much else, can't jump. But it's a way you can move around. If anyone's wondering if you can enter lava lakes, sulfur, no, you'll run out of range to move. How do you craft a ship in STARLANCE? We might get stranded out there. That's why they recommend using Cosmic Horizons. Cosmic Horizons comes with steel, titanium, and nickel space nodules. They're simply ships with good mobility that work well. Let me show you. I'll equip it, hit space, and we'll start ascending. As you can see, they're quite maneuverable and can get us out of tight spots. So, do they require any crafting? No, they don't need any crafting. But you can really tell that the mod is clearly designed for these ships. When you use cosmic ship, it gets a bit tricky, you know? It has bugs, but these pre-made ships avoid them and match the speed. I don't love that. Custom ships should be fast. Speed cap. How do you move in space? Let's say we have our spaceship. Basically, we control it using WASD for movement and the space bar for thrusters. If you're using a custom ship, the controls might be different depending on how you've set it up, but I'm not here to state the obvious. Let's talk about some key points for space navigation. If I'm using shaders like now, you'll notice I can't see half the planet. See how this fog obscures everything? So be careful with shaders. The mod looks great without shaders. Use them on planets if you want, but otherwise skip them. As you can see, there are tons of planets far away. That's Jupiter, way out there. And Saturn. I traveled there the other day. It's about negative 40,000 or so. For reference, I'm at 22,000 now. You have to move a ton. So you might say, well, I'm not moving 40,000 blocks just to reach a flat planet with no mobs or anything. That's exactly why the Y key exists. Well, let's go to options, controls, cave in. If you press Y, it's this one here, under game interface. The $1 million question, does it work without a ship? Well, I'll check. Does it work with a custom ship? Let's try that too. Here I am with a custom ship. I'll press Y and $1 million question. Well, nothing. It doesn't work, guys. It doesn't work with custom ships. I assume, well, I'm on the December 4, 2024 version. I assume they'll add it in the future, don't worry. But with custom ships, for now, there's nothing. So let's grab a normal ship. By normal, I mean ships that are already added. Let's press Y. And how do you travel? Well, basically there are different types. There's the Solar Alpha, B1400 Centurion. Well, I made up Centurion. And Gaia BH. Let's go to the Solar. We'll keep it simple and assume we want to travel to Mars. So you click on travel here. As you can see, it gives us various details: rocky, cold, thin atmosphere, large size, and so on. Okay, let's hit travel, and it teleports me there. Now, how do we land on Mars? We descend. All right. There'll be planets you can't land on. Why? Because they haven't been added yet. Okay, but theoretically, it's there. We enter, click on origin, and well, it's just a straight descent. Oh, okay, got it. I mean, we've dropped in without a ship, and there we go. All right. Be careful. Mars still behaves a bit normally, but there are biomes. As they update the mod, some biomes might be all lava, okay? Or all sulfur. If you fall, you'll die, so be very careful. And that's it, we're now on Mars. How can we travel to any planet in STARLANCE? Well, first of all, we need to be in space, okay? Right now I'm on Mars, got it? So let's get our spaceship. For now, to do what I'll show you, it must be Cosmos mod ships, okay? It's one of the mods needed for compatibility, like steel, titanium, or nickel space nodule, right? It has to be one of these ships. Custom ships don't work yet. I'm using the December 4th, 2024 version. Hopefully they'll add it in the future, okay? The mod is quite new after all. I'm on version 1.6 or something like that. So let's go up. There we are. And now we have our ship. Now the $1 million question. If I start flying, look, I flew to Saturn the other day manually because I didn't know about this keyboard I'll show you. I was traveling like this, and of course, being so far, the guy was at minus 40,000. I'm currently at minus 41,000. Well, I'm not that far, probably. The guy was at minus 60,000 or something like that. Insane. So what's the deal? We can't travel that far every time we need to do this. What you need to do is press Y or the key set in options, controls, keybinds, scroll down to game interface. In my case, it's Y. This menu will open. In this menu, we can travel to any solar system and planet. Let's say we want to go to Alpha System, to Glacius. We'll try to pick a normal planet. Let's go to Pluto. We click travel. And Pluto, as you can see, is the farthest planet of all. It's at 45,121,000, just so you understand the journey you have to make. Now, to access the planet, just descend, and you'll see this origin thing. So you click, and that'll take you to Neptune. Right now, none of the planets have life or mineral. The planets are a bit, well, the mod is still in beta, but I'm sure in the future it'll have more features for each world. I think for future versions, it's best not to make a video about it. I believe the cool part of the mod is exploring. If I tell you what's in each dimension, where's the fun in exploring? It doesn't make sense, but as you see, the mods are bare, no mineral. But I'll say, look, I haven't talked to the dev, but I bet the guy will do well. Also, if we approach a planet and can't enter it, meaning we don't see the origin menu and such, it's not added yet. That's what happened with the Dark Earth. It's not added yet, so that's all. Alright, how can we travel to another solar system? Well, to travel to another solar system, we can do the same as traveling to another planet. We take our cosmic ship, as I've shown. There are different types: steel, space, titanium, and nickel. They can't be crafted yet. We take our ship, go up to altitude 560, and with planet, we could physically move through space 100,000 blocks. For example, I'm on Neptune right now, so you move 100,000 blocks and you'll end up reaching Earth. What's the... We probably don't want to do that, so Let's press the Y key. Important to have all planets unlocked. Do a /unlock to unlock them all. Press the Y key. And there you have it. You'll see all the planets. To travel to different solar systems, just select that you want to go to J147b. Hit travel and you're there. To enter the planet, go down. I'm not sure if this planet is available, it seems. Oh, this one is available. Dark Earth wasn't, so don't worry if some planets aren't normal. How do you unlock all planets in STARLANCE? When we're leaving a planet's orbit, or rather its atmosphere, and we press the Y key, we'd love to have all planets unlocked. I'll press Y and we should see all the planets. How can we unlock them? We can use the /unlock command. Use this command to unlock all planets. When you press Y, they'll all appear here. As you can see, many planets and features are missing right now. The planets don't even have content yet, but they surely will in the future. How do solar panels work? In STARLANCE, the Cosmos mod adds solar panels. It's here in Cosmos log. They add solar panels and explain how they work, which is interesting. I assume it's partly added or it's part of Cosmos because our ships might need energy in the future. They're active now, so it's worth explaining. Currently, there are only solar panels without crafting cables and batteries, no different battery levels or anything. Basically, batteries work like this, holding up to 10,024 FE. See the battery better. Energy meter, this tool here. So to charge this, we put a solar panel generating 32 FE, for example. We connect cables to any side, plug them into the battery, and as you can see, it starts charging without. If we want to charge multiple batteries at once, we can just place this battery here and it'll charge too. They work as if they're connected, clearly designed for a ship for convenience, so you're not messing around. Though the charging method is quite buggy, I won't deny that. One solar panel charging all these batteries makes no sense. Then there's the small solar panel meant to generate 16, half of the other. But when it's like this, it's not generating 16, producing weight. It's generating hundreds, an absurd amount. So it's completely broken. They need to update and improve it, but that's how it works. Now, I repeat, here we have the energy meter and we can see a bit of it here. At least with the energy meter, the battery reading is correct, showing 1%. The J says it's at 100%, not sure if there's an error. I'll test, maybe I talk too much, I'll try connecting the wire. There, you can see the energy being transmitted. It has stopped transmitting and draining the battery. A bit buggy, that's all. How do you store energy in STARLANCE? Well, currently ships don't run on battery, but they might in the future. The way to store energy is with battery. Right now, only steel batteries are available. I hope there'll be more options soon, but for charging them, at the moment, we only have solar power. I believe this mod has potential because it looks promising. Making this guide, despite the mod being in beta, which I rarely do. The meter shows the battery charge. You can see it's completely bugged. It shows 100% up top, but 0% below. So the cable seems to work quite odd. I'm sure they'll fix it soon. The good thing is batteries seem to connect and share charge. Not sure if this will stay, but that's what we have. So how does the energy emitter work? Well, the energy emitter gives us some info about the energy being generated. For example, this solar panel is generating 32 energy per tick. The cable is transmitting all 32 energy per tick. And as you can see, it's sending it to the various the batteries show 0%, which seems to be a bit glitchy. I'll try not to connect them. I'll try putting one of these and a battery. As you can see, the charge makes more sense with what's shown in the UI, but even so, it's not entirely logical. It seems a battery stores 10,024, while this generates just 32 FE. Very little. Apparently, you can connect batteries together as they charge. It's a bit bug. You guys can test this out yourself. How does the projector table work? It's a pretty interesting object. I found this thing right here. It doesn't require any crafting. Right click and you can view different systems. I'll select solar system and there we can see the solar system. That's the sun and all the planet. Make it bigger. We'll click size here and enlarge it a lot. I think if I set it to night, time step midnight, it'll be more fun. There it is. We can see Saturn and the sun. Again, we can resize it and make it much larger. Now it's starting to look cool, the whole solar system. I'll say again that set it to maximum 45. Can't make it much bigger than that. And Auspice. Auspice might control rotation speed of the planet. These planets are barely moving. Beach speed. There are different settings here, quite interesting. If only I knew what they did. But as you can see, I can view the whole solar system. It's awesome. We can also view other systems like the Alpha system. It's shown me these 3 suns. Excuse my limited knowledge. We have different solar systems here, which are really cool. I love this feature if they'd finish it properly, but it's really cool anyway. And finally, I'll do a quick showcase of the STARLANCE mod to wrap up this guide. I'll also share my thoughts on the mod, okay? The mod is currently in beta, but it has tremendous potential. If the developers happen to watch my full guide, they'll see the points I've made and the improvements I've suggested. I've also deduced some ideas they might not have considered yet. Currently, the mod features various vehicles, alright? As we can see, there are rovers that let us move across different planets. It also has this projector, which you were just seeing. This element here allows you to view, for example, the solar system. I'll select the solar system, and there we have it. It includes spaceships, okay? these cosmic vessels here, the rocket seats where you sit and look up and so on. And the part where I see real potential is in customized ships, right? I've made my own custom ship here. I'll paste it, okay? I copied it earlier. I'm going to... Oh, I don't have it copied. Never mind. These custom ships are awesome because you can move them with thrusters, these elements here. They let you move the ship up, down, and do pretty much whatever you want. It'd be cool if in the future these ships didn't use thrusters unlimitedly, but used solar panels with batteries and battery cables and all, so everything works properly, you know. Currently, they work infinitely without logic, only using redstone inputs. I think STARLANCE should aim to be more like immersive engineering or create mods, right? The more it resembles those mods, the better it'll be. Now let's show you how it works. We'll grab this here, hit assemble, I'll sit down and we'll head up, okay? With this custom ship, you can see the blocks are a bit glitchy. We'll ignore that for now, alright? So we're going up. First thing to note, we climb to 560 meters. That's where the atmosphere ends and space begins. We've just transitioned from Earth's atmosphere to space, got it? It's crucial to turn off the thrusters before hitting 560, or we'll lose the ship in space. I'll focus now, there it is, engines off. Perfect. Why? Because the mod randomly decides to eject you. If you were seated before, you're not anymore. What does this mean? The ship keeps moving. You'll be left behind without it, okay? So I'll sit down and fire up the rear thrusters to start moving. I'll turn off the shaders so you can see all the planets, alright? One thing I love is that it leaves the spaceships in the sky. I'd love to have space station, though it doesn't make sense. Also, now it won't let me press the K key, okay? But there's a key to travel to all countries and planets, got it? Which I think is a brilliant idea. What's next? Now I'm going to take the ship. This only works with custom ships. Let's see if I can get out with these types of ships here. It only works with these ships. I got distracted. And there you see all the planets you visited, probably. I see, well, the planets are very far away, okay? No way to move faster. I'd love light speed travel, you know. I know I'm asking a lot, but I'd love it. Also, I like the planets to have actual content. I'm trying to travel to one of them, but it's not my best day here. For example, let's go to the moon. I know it's basic, but let's go to the moon. Alright, the planets are visually stunning. If they add mobs and minerals to each planet, it'd make traveling to planets worthwhile. Honestly, this mod could be one of the best I've played, and it's still in beta. So lots of encouragement to the developers. That's it for the guide. Hope you enjoyed it. Not much else to say.